Up next, we have Lion Vinod Devasia. He's going to talk to us about the diabetes screening application which he has developed, which helps us measure the risk factor. Lion Vinod Devasia.
Good afternoon, good evening, folks. Myself, Lion Vinod Devasia from District 3170 is very happy to present before you today a very special line. This line has been instrumental in serving 800,000 persons during this year with its online diabetes campaign. The line I am referring to is none other than Lion Vinod Devasia. Welcome to the show, sir. Thank you, Lion Vinod, for having me here today. For those who don't know who is Lion Vinod Devasia, let me give a brief intro of him. Lion Vinod Devasia is currently the District Coordinator for International President's Program in District 3170. This year, he has started a global online campaign that is making history at the Lions Club International. So, Lion Vinod, why did you decide to spread awareness on diabetes? Why not something else?
Why diabetes? My friends, let me tell you, 433 million people all over the world suffer from diabetes at this time. This number is expected to grow to 642 million by the year 2040. 90% of the people who suffer from diabetes are of type 2. What that means is this could have been easily avoided if there were awareness among them. 1 in every 11 adults suffer from diabetes. 1 in every 2 persons who suffers from diabetes doesn't even know that they are diabetic. 1 person dies every 6 seconds due to diabetes somewhere in this world. What that means is, since I'm here, around 20 to 30% somewhere in this world died due to diabetes. So my friends, diabetes is not something to be taken lightly. It's a serious disease that was there, is here, and will remain.
Wow, these numbers are pretty scary. Now that we know diabetes is a serious disease, how can we help? Awareness is a key, my friend. As I have mentioned, that 90% of the people suffering from diabetes are of type 2, which they could have easily avoided if they were aware of their situation. Can you elaborate what this awareness is that I keep hearing about? What we're talking about here is about knowing the risk factors that can lead to diabetes.
There are several risk factors that lead to diabetes. One of them is your gender. If you're a male, then you have higher risk to diabetes. After a lot of research, we found out that the reason why we say males have higher risk is males tends to go to the doctor less frequently than females. They may ignore a lot of symptoms. So that is the reason there is higher risk for males than females. If you are a female and during pregnancy you had diabetes, which is called as gestational diabetes, then you have a higher risk to diabetes than others. The older you get, the higher the chances of getting diabetes. If you have a family history of diabetes, that is, if your father, mother, brother, or sister has diabetes, then you also have a higher risk than others for diabetes. If you are taking medication for high blood pressure, then you have a higher risk to diabetes than others. If you lead an inactive lifestyle, that is, don't exercise too much, you sit around for a long time, then you have a higher risk to diabetes than other people. If you eat unhealthy diet, that is, you drink a lot of sugary drinks, you eat fatty foods like burgers, pizzas, then you have a higher chance of getting diabetes than others. A BMI of inappropriate value, that is, your height and weight ratio is higher than the recommended value, then you have a higher chance of getting diabetes.
Okay, so now that we know what the risk factors of diabetes are, but how do we put all this together and figure out how much close we are to diabetes? Finnish Diabetes Risk Score is a questionnaire to identify individuals at high risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It's a series of questionnaires involving the risk factors I just mentioned a few minutes ago. This is recognized by the American Diabetes Association as well as the Lines International.
The person is given a form to fill up. Based on his responses, his risk for diabetes is calculated. The score has a range from 0 to 12. If the person gets a value between 0 to 5, it indicates currently he is at low risk to diabetes. If the value is between 6 and 7, it indicates the person is having a medium risk towards diabetes. And a value of 8 to 12 indicates this person has high risk towards diabetes and a medical consultation is recommended as soon as possible. So let us assume a person gets a value of 8 and he or she wants to reduce the value to, let's say, 6 or even 5. How does one do that? We have to understand that certain risk factors cannot be modified, such as your age, your gender, the family history of diabetes, or if you're taking medications for high blood pressure. These are not changeable. But the factors that you can take preventive actions are if you're not doing exercises, start doing exercise. If you are eating too many fatty foods, lot of sugary drinks, reduce them, eat healthy. And same thing is your BMI. As soon as you do exercising and start eating healthy, your BMI also will improve at the same time. And this is the way you can reduce your risk towards diabetes. So this is what the awareness we are talking about here.
You mentioned that this awareness is recognized by Lines International. At the Lines International resource page for diabetes, you can find a very similar test over there. In fact, while reporting to My Lines, there's a special category for risk awareness. Let's hear what Second International Vice President Brian Sehan has to tell about risk awareness.
That was a great presentation, Lion Vinod, on what you are doing in regards to diabetes. I am excited. I've looked into this program that you've started and truly appreciate what you are doing. I've been a diabetic for 15 years. I was a classic case of someone with very high risk. 4 of my siblings had it. I eat tons and tons of junk food, and I had about 3/4 of a case of Coke a day. But this awareness is so needed. I wish I had it, and I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention to it when I was younger and I first got into it. I remember the very first time that I knew something was not right with my body, and I was diagnosed with very high levels of diabetes. But awareness is the key, and I am concerned for a long life with these issues that diabetes can bring. But Lion Vinod, when you bring programs like this and bring that education and bring that awareness, it is something that is very, very valuable and something that the Lions are really pushing hard and continuing to do.
So, if my Lions Club wants to participate in this campaign, what should I do? We normally set up the entire district in one go. You can always drop an email to diabetesrisorg@gmail.com or send me a WhatsApp at 900-889-5077. We'll reply back as soon as possible.
How a district campaign is set up. We ask for the following details: the district name, the district governor's name, district logo, and for each of the clubs in the district, their club number and club name.
Once that info is provided, the system will generate that many web links for each of the clubs in the district. The person from the district who is in charge for the campaign will be provided with a dashboard where one can see the performances for each clubs. The report is broken down by month. One can also download certificates such as the milestones and the club's participation certificates from this dashboard.
So, do this risk awareness test. Do one need to be really computer savvy? As seen in the video, it works perfectly from any device that you want to use. Let me demonstrate how easy it is to do this test.
Go to diabetesrisk.org/
your club number. You will be redirected to the club page. You can see your club name and how much you have served. When you are ready for the test, click on Take the Diabetes Risk Test Now button. You will be prompted for your first name and last name. You key in your name and click on Next. Then it's going to ask you for your gender. Once you have answered that, click on Next. Then it's going to ask you what's your age. From the given age ranges, select your age and click on Next. Then it's going to ask you about family history of diabetes. If your father, mother, sister or brother has diabetes, so select the right option and click on Next. Then it's going to ask you if you have taken any prescription medicine for high blood pressure. After you select the answer, click on Next. Then it's going to ask you if you are exercising regularly. Then it's going to ask you about your diet, if you are eating vegetables, fruits, berries quite often. Once you answer that, click on Next. Then your BMI is asked. You need to select your height first and then your weight. To make sure you are a human, you need to key in the value shown below. This number keeps changing each time you do the test. And then you click on, you have read the disclaimer of the website and say get test results. As you can see, in this case, I got a score of 5 of 12. If you are wondering how I got this 5 of 12, you can click on Show Detailed Report. The Show Detailed Report will show you exactly how you got the score. In this case, you can see 1 came because the person selected male, the age factor gave him 2, family history has given 1, and then the BMI value selected has given a value of 1. So that's how you got 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 5. You can also share your results to your Facebook page or even tweet to Twitter.
That's so easy to do. I have a few friends, but they only know Hindi. Will that be a problem using the website? There is a language translator option provided, which can display the entire site in the regional language you choose, which includes Hindi, Gujarati, Kannada, Tamil, and many more. I heard that PCC Mahesh Chitni sir is very involved with this campaign. Yes, indeed. I am very glad he accepted to be our advisory committee. I really thank him for his commitment and guiding us in this mammoth operation.
Diabetes is a silent killer. What makes it dangerous is that there are no early signs. Early detection and management of diabetes are key to the quality of your life. I applaud Lion Vinod for developing the screening app. This will not only help our clubs to provide service during this pandemic, but also start that dialogue, also create that awareness that we need to go and check if we are in moderate risk or high risk category, and making sure that we maintain the quality of our life.
I agree, this campaign is a very good service. Is there any special benefit to the participating club? Definitely yes. Many club presidents ask me what's in there for them. Apart from conducting service in one of the Lions International Global Cause, there are many benefits to the participating club.
The Lions Club get to participate in the Lions International Global Cause Diabetes Service activity. The club will be provided with monthly participation certificate with details of how many they have served. This certificate can be used to report their services to My Lions. Milestones certificates will be awarded to the clubs when they cross each service milestones, such as 50, 100, 250, 500 served and so on. Presidents who does exceptionally well in the campaign will be honored by displaying their name and photo in the Star Campaigner page of the website. There are 4 levels of star recognition, which are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum.
Wow, this is indeed marvelous. But how does a club actually does this online campaign? The club can use social media to propagate their club campaign. There are so many ways one can successfully conduct them. Let me show you a few ways how to conduct the campaign.
You can use the sample text message that is available on the diabetesrisk.org campaign page. Edit it with your club and district details, and share it using various social media. Encourage participants who take the risk test to share their results to their Facebook and Twitter. A beautiful card which contains the test result is posted to their timeline. It also contains your club name and campaign page link.
Conduct mini health camp using your mobile.
You can ask your family members questions from the test and provide them the results from your mobile.
In a social gathering, you can conduct tests for your friends and attendee.
In the office, you can conduct tests for your co-workers.
While traveling in bus or train, you can conduct tests for passengers who are traveling with you.
So I understand that this awareness is to be given to non-Lions and friends and relatives only? No. This awareness is for all, Lions or non-Lions. In fact, in Lions, many top leaders are diabetic. As we already have seen, Second Vice President Brian Zihan, PCC Mahesh Sir, and even our International Director, JP Singh, is diabetic. Just see a message from
half a million people being served. It's not a small job. It's a very big task, and I really admire and really appreciate the efforts of the entire team for doing a wonderful job. You people are really coming true to the expectations, and what we say, that where there is a need, there is a line. And these diabetes detection camps and awareness seminars and camps, these only help in this diabetes. I know one of the incident, I will repeat it at the cost of repetition also. I remember when Naresh Bhai became international president and he came back to India on his day of welcome, because he had diabetes, he has a major project in his ear. So we organized some of the diabetes camps when he arrived in Delhi. So Vinod Khanna, PID Vinod Khanna ji was with me, and we went into a camp, and I told Vinod ji that please, why don't you get your diabetes checked? He said, no, it can never happen to me. I said, get it checked, no problem. So on my insistence, he got it checked, and it was more than 400 at that day. And he checked it twice, thrice, or 4 times, but every time it was around the same. So he came to know about his diabetes in that camp only.
8 lakhs served is a huge number. Can you elaborate on this a little bit more? Currently, more than 1,100 Lions Clubs from 38 districts and 20 countries are actively taking part in this campaign. In fact, in November, during the Diabetes Month, more than 500 clubs served 100 plus. Here is a video that shows the stats of the campaign. impressive. 20 countries. Wow. Tell me something about this half million served celebration that you had. This is the half million served mark. We had an all-night celebration event. It was graced by PIP Ashok Mehta ji, PCC Mahir sir, JP Singh, and a galaxy of line leaders from more than 24 districts. Here is a message from some of them that they gave during the time.
This campaign has connected communities, districts, lions, multiple districts the world over. It has brought us closer to each other while we are serving, building awareness about diabetes.
It's from District 60B and my governor, Maureen Graham. Well, our campaign has been going quite well here in Barbados and Lucia.
We launched the diabetic risk assessment campaign on 17th September 2020, and many of the clubs in the district have joined the campaign very enthusiastically.
On this historic day and at this historic event, when our District 306B1 Sri Lanka has partnered with the Lions Global Diabetic Risk Awareness Program and the launching of the e-bulletin on Zoom, I stand proud and privileged to associate with you all as the District Governing Office of 306B1.
I'm very thankful for Lion Vinod Devasia, the District Chairman, International President's Program India, for taking this initiative for this mammoth task and reaching the 500,000 goal.
It's a great opportunity to showcase our technology at during this diabetic risk awareness campaign. This pandemic has brought a different platform, so that I think during stay at home also we can do service. We learned a lot.
The awareness program which Lion Devasia started, and our global service team coordinator, PMJF Lion Nathu, carried forward it in such a brilliant way that out of the 103 clubs, 64 clubs are involved in campaign, this diabetic risk campaign programs. We have already served 52,000 plus members.
First of all, I compliment Lion Vinod Devasia, because he's the backbone, is enterprising, always smiling and handsome hero of our Lions organization. And about my district, I should tell something. In the last month, I have started this program with guide and inspiration of Vinod Devasia. Actually, he has demonstrated the program and we are all very, very, very happy with it.
What a great day for me. It is a time to celebrate our own man from our district, Lion Vinod Devasia. He has created a history in the global arena with the campaign of screening diabetes risk, and he has involved every one of you.
I would like to compliment Lion Vinod and all those involved in this campaign for reaching 500,000 people to detect their diabetic risk through this awareness campaign. Our district 317E from India has 56 clubs and 2,000 members. I'm extremely proud and happy to be a part of this achievement.
Proud to say that our district, the moment it is started, within 7 hours we are able to cover 500 people, and within a day we are able to cover 1,000. Today I'm very proud to say that, though our district is a very small district, it's a very young district. We have only 63 clubs. But all the clubs in our district are very effectively participating.
When the year started, it was like we were all prepared to play a match of football. We had our team ready, but then we were told that you can't go to the grounds and you have to be in your homes. And at that particular time, this online awareness campaign came handy. Also, This has demonstrated that how the friendships fostered at our institutes.
Diabetes awareness program as a main program and doing well. I hope the effort made by the Lions International through all of you will make people more aware to check this Mahamari.
August, when we have started using your app, our district has served more than 10,000 people in such a short span of time, and our 34% clubs are already using it, and we are trying that 100% of our clubs start using it in a very short time.
It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this great celebration of this campaign started by my fellow Lion Vinod. I congratulate you and your whole team for this wonderful work.
It is, first of all, I want to congratulate presiding officer Vinod Devasia ji on his this success of his risk campaign, diabetic risk campaign, and this has been a momentous job. He have done such a good job by adding, doing risk assessment of so many people.
I want to say the District 448 Nigeria is so pleased to be on this platform. Recently, we've been able to have most of our clubs register. We are just a small district of 41 clubs. We have registered to carry on the online survey.
So that means we have more work in our hands to do and more work in our hands to achieve. And I want to assure you, we will hit 1 million and we will go as far as hitting 10 million. Once again, everybody congratulate.
Presiding Officer Vinod, I'd like to congratulate you on the wonderful program that you have started, especially in the pandemic that we have worldwide.
Our District 412, both countries, Botswana and Zimbabwe, are still partially on lockdown. So this couldn't have come at a better timing, because then we are able to still serve our community remotely through social media without necessarily going there.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank Lion presiding Lion Vinod for bringing up this wonderful initiative. Most lions and non-lions in Ghana have been able to use this opportunity presented by Lion Vinod to know their current diabetes status.
At the outset, my compliments and congratulations to Lion Vinod Devasia ji for bringing lions all over the world together for this very important issue online. COVID could not stop him, and this could be a game changer in terms of how we can approach the diabetes awareness programs all over the world.
We started this risk awareness program through the link given by Vinodji in September end. Until now, we have 4,000 beneficiaries, and I'm sure we will go ahead a lot.
First of all, I would like to thank Lion Vinodji for his wonderful efforts, very cooperative behavior, and great services. Through this campaign, these odd circumstances, we have shown the path of service to our clubs and our members.
We are completing a variety of short and convenient online activities to create awareness about this dreaded disease. As part of this, under the leadership of Vinod Devasia, Lions and Leos have been successful in launching and carrying on the diabetes risk awareness campaign. My compliments and congratulations to those involved in making it a grand success.
Very impressive, Lion Vinod. Whom do you give credit for your success? Firstly, I will say my wife Svetlana has been very supportive, and I really appreciate her for all that she is doing to keep me going. I'd also like to thank a few Lions, including PCC Mahesh Chitnis, Sir, Lion Dime Lewis, our 317D DG Geet Prakash, and many of my friends from all over the world to support me for this campaign. That was very informative session, Lion Vinod. We learned so much about this campaign. We really thank you for your presence here today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.